Alright, so if you saw my video about Bubble from 2021, you know I went all in. I dropped the theory of all theories, that Bubble's entire existence is faked, thanks to Yellowface's Bubble Transformer, and, as expected, some of you had a lot to say about it. But here's the thing, I'm not done. Because guess what? That's not all I have to say about BFB Bubble. There's more to unpack, so let's get into it. First thing though, if you haven't watched that video, go do that right now, or nothing will make sense. I'll link it in the description. Also, subscribe cause we're almost at 2K, thanks. Okay, let's start with the Bubble Transformer. You know, the whole basis of my theory. I said that every time Bubble dies, a new object uses the Bubble Transformer to become Bubble, and that's who we see getting recovered. Pretty straightforward, right? Apparently not, because a lot of you pointed out some issues with this idea. The first big problem people had was, how could Bubble have been a Bubble since episode 1, if the Bubble Transformer didn't even exist until, what, almost episode 7 I think? I don't remember specifically. And okay, fair point, but who says Bubble wasn't the prototype? Maybe Yellowface used her to test the product before releasing it to the public. She could have been the first transformed object, the blueprint for all future Bubbles. Yellowface is a businessman. He's not above doing something shady like that. But there's more. People also asked, if Bubble is replaced every time she dies, why doesn't anyone notice? And my answer is simple. Bubble isn't just any ordinary object, she's pre-programmed. Every Bubble that comes back knows exactly how to act, like the Bubble we've seen from day one. Her voice, her quirks, her relationships, it's all part of the program. It's why she seamlessly fits back into the show after every recovery. Honestly, it's kind of genius. But let's step away from the Transformer for a second, because Bubble herself is just weird. Like, even if you ignore my theory, she's still one of the most mysterious characters in the show. Take her personality. For example, she's sweet and loyal, sure, but she's also strangely manipulative. Remember how she clung to Leafy for so long, even when Leafy treated her horribly? It wasn't just blind loyalty. Bubble knows how to play the sympathy card. She's always putting herself in situations where the audience feels bad for her, which, let's be real, is probably why she kept surviving eliminations for so long. She literally made it to the top 3, but I love her so much. Don't get me wrong, she's mastered the art of looking innocent. Now, let's talk about why Bubble is still so popular. She's not the funniest character, she's not the strongest or the smartest, so why do people still love her? Honestly, I think it's because she's relatable. Bubble is emotional, she makes mistakes, and she struggles to stand up for herself. She's not perfect, and that makes her feel real. But here's the thing, Bubble's popularity also hides a lot of her flaws. People get so caught up in her being sweet and sad that they don't notice how much chaos she actually causes. Like, she literally told us in BFB 21 that she ordered a Bubble Transformer and no one even reacted. How are we not questioning this more? Bubble has always been hiding something, and I'm just saying, maybe we should pay more attention to the cracks in her bubbly exterior. Of course, I know my theory isn't perfect. People pointed out a ton of issues, and I'm not afraid to address them. For example, if Bubble is a new object every time, why doesn't her personality ever change? Well, my answer is, why would it? The Bubble Transformer is clearly designed to keep her consistent. It's like how a computer program runs the same way on different devices. It doesn't matter who the original object was, as long as the Bubble code stays intact. Another big question was, why don't we see any other Bubbles being recovered? And honestly, I think Yellowface made sure of that. The recovery centers are probably coded to prioritize the most recent transformed Bubble, so we never see the rejects. It's all part of the plan to make us think Bubble is just one consistent character. So, do I still stand by my theory? Yes, but now it's your turn. What do you think? Let me know in the comments, because clearly, this conversation isn't over. And who knows, maybe I'll have even more to say about Bubble in the future.